So, takes so long now. It's so cuckoo. There we go. All right. We are connected. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. We just had a really great pre-live talk and we're both really energized. So I hope we can send some of that energy out to all of you and you can grab it and run with it. Lisa with SheisMe. I'm here with Camilla Steen Larsen, my inspiration from Denmark. And we are going to talk about a lot of things. But first of all, tell us who you are. Tell us what you do.
Well,
I know that's it's a hard question to answer, but you know.
I mean, how long have you got? But hey, hello everybody, and thank you, Lisa, for having me. And in short, I would call myself curious. Curiosity is one of my superpowers. So I'm a woman, I'm a foodie, I'm a writer, I'm a mover, I'm a teacher, I'm a mentor, I'm a dancer, I'm a panda, I'm a lover of words and inspiration. And just landing in this space with you, Lisa, as always, there's this in both of us, there's that little lift of the heart, which is more or less what I do. It's that permission slip, that way of like, there show me all you have, show me all you are, I remember we started crying when we started, like we just started off with tears, and that was just when we meet, and hopefully that's the feel and that's the intention of intent behind embodied permission, to have that safe space where the nervous system has can take roots, and we can sometimes when I just be yourself out loud, that feels like a little efforting, but yet it's I want to see all of you, the beauty and the beast.
Yeah.
But
that comfort, that level of comfort and familiarity, even if it's the trust, right? The trust that I trust that you are there to accept who I am and what I am. And immediately knowing that, like even when we first met, we immediately knew that in each other. And we just, I mean, I don't allow myself to cry in front of anyone, really, you know? And here I meet you and I'm like, oh, I love
you. Yeah, it says, like, I think that's also the whole idea behind this conference and why I'm honored to be back. We're more together than alone. We stand shoulder to shoulder. Let's take the competitiveness, if that's a word, take that off and lift each other off. And one way we do that is, I see you. Yes, me too. And then getting to meet each other, what I call soft bellied and heart first.
Yes. Seeing each other, hearing each other. And I talk about that a lot, about the honor to be able to listen to you tell your story. Like that is such an honor for me, to be in the presence of you, being able to express yourself and tell your story and tell what happened to you, and know that I see you and I hear you. Like that is such an amazing exchange right there, that we must do for each other. We must, as women. And so what really inspired you? Now I know we've worked together before, we've done a podcast, we've done some other stuff, but what inspired you to want to tell your story on our platform?
Well, you said the honoring of listening, hearing, and being a receiver of my story. There's been, I remember last time speaking, I'm going to speak about that too, but that innate in me a little or a bigger longing for belonging.
Mm.
So seeing you writing what this is all about was such in a resonance for me. So I was just, I don't know where, I don't know what, I don't know how long, but when it's on, I wanna be part of that.
Mhm.
So it felt like it was a homecoming, and it was also of course a platform for me to own up and share my story. I've been a movement teacher for 35 years. I'm great in telling stories, but I'm in a room getting people to move. So that invitation and that hand outreach from you of come join us, that it felt such a welcoming. So I just couldn't say no. And also, um, yeah, it was a what you actually didn't know was that I had said like 1.5 weeks before, I said, I'm ready. I want to become a speaker. I want to share my story. As more and more of my storytelling is also part of embodied permission, and that's where embodied permission was created out of. And then you just came, and all the words and what SheisMe stands for was, yes, I want to be
Yes.
part of that. There's a lot out there where I read or energy I pick up where that is not me. So
Yeah.
the energy you and I, the outreach and the little magic that happened made me come.
Yeah. It was magical. We're magical together. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly.
Um, what key takeaway do you want to leave the women who come and see you talk? What's that key takeaway you'd like to leave them with?
That not only are they needed, they are necessary in us taking remembership.
Yes,
Full stop.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Coming from their heads into their bodies, um, seeing how we've adapted is us being in our own way. And the story we tell ourselves that I'm not ready, I need to be a better version, not until I have
Oh,
this and this and this training, or have lost these kilos, or making all these money, can I? And that's where that you're needed, and not only that, you're necessary. So that, and that I'm gonna spiral back to what you said. That is that the daring to share the story and create a safe enough non-judgmental space is a both as a practice field that will ripple into our everyday, but it's also this, wow, there's other like me.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow, it's not only me who feel ashamed or doubtful or
Scared.
I'm too fat, or
Right.
like, but
Right.
to
Unworthy or any of those.
exactly. So
Yeah.
once we share it, it goes from being my story to our story, and then we are more together than alone.
Mm-hmm.
So to have like a core knowing of that somebody has got your back, that's really what I desire,
Yes.
for people. And once the whoa, what if not? Then we can find that safety within ourselves.
Right. Yep. That is so
It
true. And
sounds like a 3 week long workshop, but it's just a 45 minute. But you know, the first date Maya said was that.
um, what is something that you'd like everyone to know about you?
Ooh, that depends on the day you ask me. What would be my wow? That's a good question, Lisa. That that I am very, very shy as a person, even though it doesn't seem like that. And that I am, uh, it's funny when you ask me, I'm like, yeah, I have I have the skills and I have the experience and I come with this leadership and I'm a leader. But what I actually want people really to love to know is that I too have taken the bumpy, really, really bumpy roads. And I am a living proof that when everything falls apart, it's a detour in the right direction.
Yes. That is truth right there. That is truth.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody say this morning, I was listening to a podcast, and I heard somebody say that, that, like, say for instance, you really want more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You keep asking the universe, like, I want some more money. I need more money, or I want to be wealthy, or whatever that is. And then you lose your job, right? And you're like, hey, hold on a second. But you wouldn't be able to take that next step or that opportunity if you were still in that job. So everything's being set up for that next step. So not to panic, and like you feel like the shit's hitting the fan and you feel like it's all falling apart when it's really all coming together. And so
Right.
It's
Yes.
amazing that we learn that as we get older and wiser and have more experience. And it's easy to
Mm-hmm.
say when you're at this point and you're looking back and you're like, oh yeah, all that was disaster. And I thought that was the end. And then it was actually just the beginning.
Yeah. And probably next to wanting more jobs, she came along, I want more freedom.
Yes.
So the
Right.
universe just comes, well, how free are you in that job? So we're just going to do a little clearing and cleaning and really get you down on your knees and find, like, and it's always the breakthrough, the breakdown is always also a breakthrough. Yeah.
Always is where you find that clarity.
Yeah.
It's always where that clarity comes in. Um, and it's because you have nothing left to lose, right? You give it all. You just sort of say, okay, I surrender. Tell me
Mm-hmm.
what's next.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
when that clarity
Yeah.
comes. And it's really in that surrender. So what, you already talked about why you'd like to be, like, why you wanted to be part of this platform and this movement. What would you say to other women why they should become or should join us?
Oh, good. Yeah, I love your questions. I'm always like, I need more Lisa. I need more Lisa questions in my life. Actually, I already touched on it, but that little, I see it again and again that we tend to believe that when we are at our worst, we're not a nice enough version of ourselves to be seen. So to come with all that vulnerability in in a room where I'm definitely going to be do my part of bringing that truth and that nakedness and rawness and vulnerability, so that there is a sensation of community, of communion, of uh, yeah, rising, something like I have a rising sensation in my body.
Yeah,
Together we rise.
together.
So yeah, together we rise. Great title too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Um, why else? To get inspired. I mean, I you said it earlier. I tend to be both picky, and also there's some time, and I find inspirations anywhere, everywhere, and yet to come to somebody who has set it up with so many amazing speakers, to get inspiration, to see things from a new perspective, to be shaken up a little too. Like, so my intention is that where we are stuck, we loosen those blocks so that the flow can flow effortlessly again, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I attend I am there through the entire conference. Every single speaker, I'm in the background, I'm moderating, I know, and every single speaker I learn something from. Like
Yes.
the light bulb goes on and I write it down and then we talk about it after. I mean, it's just enlightening, empowering, inspirational. Like every single one is something different. I get inspiration from this one, and then I feel empowered by her words and her courage. And then the next one, oh, I didn't know I could do that in my business. Oh, I need to, be able to take that action. And it's just this day filled with aha moments to use a term that's overused, but it really is that aha moment every single speaker. And to be able to just witness that and see, over 50 speakers in 5 days. And just, I mean, it's tough to sit. Listen, if you're coming to the conference, it's really tough to sit there all day long. And I totally understand that. And that's why we make it available on demand afterwards. But
Yes,
just tuning in and coming in when you can and being able to have all of that content on demand afterwards to go back to, because for instance, like the podcast that we recorded is being published here pretty soon, probably in the next week. But I've gone, edited and gone back and listened to it like 14 times. And honestly, every single time I was like, oh, I didn't hear that clear enough the last time, or, oh, that's a good phrase or something. So it is amazing how truly amazing we all are. And I think that's what I want to tell everyone. Like, you are just as amazing as everybody else. They're just up here telling their story right now. But just know, like, when you hear your story and someone else is saying it, that's what She Is Me is all about. Like, she is me. So see your amazingness in her. See your worthiness in her. See you in her. And know that you aren't any different. You're the same. You're just as beautiful and worthy and smart and amazing as every single one of these women on this platform. And you're not alone. We're all here. Yeah, we're all here. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for taking time out of your evening. And we will connect soon. And thank you for being here and joining us. We are privileged to have you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, everybody. And looking so much forward to be inspired myself. You said it beautifully.
It's going to be amazing.
We are not inventing the wheel, but we're the only ones who carry that unique dropness of our stories. And that's where I love that. And I love that you take the long haul for all of us and just drink it in the background. That's,
It is something that I have to take the week off after, because I
was about to you. Yeah, you must be a little like a little receiving hungover.
Yeah, a little hungover, I have to ground myself every night for a little bit and have some quiet time. And then the week after, I don't do anything. I don't edit. I don't do anything. Nothing gets done. I usually go somewhere and relax and then come back to it. But because it's so powerful. It's so powerful. It's and you're so immersed in it. It is really life-changing. It really is. Every year, it just kicks me up to that next level after the conference every year. So anyway, thank you. I love you.
Thank you.
And
love you.
I will talk to you soon. We will see you soon.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.